Bleacher Report, veteran free agent contracts the Browns must consider before training camp. They go Matt Ioannidis, defensive tackle, even if he doesn't have a huge ceiling, solid player who could be a solid short-term addition. J.D. McKissick, running back. Perhaps the Browns will bring in another back to add to the mix. If so, McKissick could be an ideal fit, experienced pass catcher. And linebacker Miles Jack. Jack only 27, not set to turn 28 until September. That's why it could make a lot of sense for Cleveland to pursue Jack if he's willing to sign. Low-cost prove-it deal for 2023. Scott, I like all of those guys just fine. I don't see the Browns going out and spending. I think they have $13-15 million under the cap. I think they would like to roll that over or keep it in case somebody gets hurt. I think they're going to see what they have before they do any of that. I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I think your points are right. And if they can roll over enough, then that helps defray some of the costs, right? Because they got some big cap hits coming up. But the reason those guys make sense is because they're all positions where there are certain questions. And, D-tackle, I think the Browns feel comfortable there. They got Tomlinson. They bring back Jordan Elliott. They signed Maurice Hurst. They brought in Tristan Hill. They have Perry and Winfrey coming back. They have Tommy Togiai. There's a lot of guys there. Maybe the second guy isn't as good as Ioannidis, right? Maybe I can see how you can consider that an upgrade, but I don't sense a lot of pressure there from the Browns to go get somebody, especially if you're only going to play him or down or two, and then you're going to go to the 3 ends package. Jack has bounced around a bunch of places recently. He's a guy that was a high pick, looks impressive on the field, but he hasn't really stuck. But the Browns have questions at linebacker, given the injuries to Walker and Takitaki. They didn't practice yet. Are they going to be ready to go at the start of camp? We don't really know that. So maybe he's a guy to keep in mind on the back burner to see how it shakes out with injuries throughout training camp in the preseason. And then, I think the Browns might bring in a running back at some point. And, maybe McKissick is the guy. I kind of like that style, the contrast to Chubb and Jerome Ford. Of all those guys, and maybe all those positions even, I could see a running back added to the mix, especially if you're not comfortable with Demetric Felton. Like, right now, it seems like Felton's kind of that third guy. Hasn't shown a lot in 2 years. I know he's bounced around. Maybe he can be the pass catcher you want on some third downs. But adding another body there makes sense to me.
Yeah, the thing that I guess, the reason I don't think they're going to sign anybody, there's going to be that 2-week gap where everybody gets cut at once that's in training camp, and there's going to be a lot of people kind of shuffling through the back end of pretty much every roster, I would guess.
Yeah, and you could probably save some money, right? McKissick's in his 6th or 7th year. There's a veteran minimum there. Maybe you just find a young guy you like. That's a position that they're already, highly invested in with Chubb. So, yeah, I get your point. And, when we look at this roster, it's a lot about the bottom of the roster. And we could see significant changes when you're right. This is the first time everyone gets cut. So you're looking at, 37 guys times 32 teams. 900 guys are going to be floating around. The Browns might just figure they have a better chance on the waiver wire.